Welcome to the Flag Bearer channel. This is Little Known Black History Facts. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. The untold story of black coal miners in America. The story of black coal miners in Appalachia is a rich, complex, and often overlooked part of American labor, racial, and social history. When we think of coal mining in America, we picture soot-covered faces, endless tunnels, and the dangerous work that kept the nation running. But hidden in that history are the stories of black coal miners, men who toiled underground for generations, whose labor powered America even while they faced racial discrimination above ground. After the Civil War and during Reconstruction, many African Americans from the Deep South migrated to the Appalachian region, especially in West Virginia, Kentucky, and parts of Tennessee and Virginia. Coal mining boomed across Appalachia, the Midwest, and the South. Coal mining offered one of the few available industrial jobs for black workers at the time. After the Civil War, coal became the fuel of the industrial age. Railroads, factories, and steel mills demanded more and more of it. Freedmen and their families, searching for work and a chance at stability, entered the mines. For newly freed black men, the mines offered something rare in the South: steady wages. Some were recruited directly from plantations by mine owners looking for cheap labor. Others came on their own, hoping that the mines would provide more freedom than sharecropping ever could. Coal companies actively recruited black men, often to break strikes or keep wages low. Some were brought in from southern states like Alabama, Georgia, and the Carolinas. In the early 1900s, Alabama's coal mines became notorious for another practice: convict leasing. Thousands of mostly black prisoners were forced into mines, often for minor or fabricated offenses. This system was brutal. Men were worked to exhaustion, beaten, and killed. It was slavery by another name. By the 1930s, there were over 55,000 black coal miners. In the mines, unskilled labor was in great demand. Many of the unskilled jobs, such as coal loaders, mule handlers, and coke oven workers, were filled by African Americans. About 75% of all black miners became coal loaders. African Americans preferred coal loading because it allowed them to simply leave the mine when they had finished loading enough coal for the day. Coal loading also offered less direct supervision. Black miners usually didn't see a foreman more than once during an entire shift. This was an important consideration for African Americans who came to the mines to escape the constant scrutiny of white people in the Jim Crow South. Though black miners were often given the most dangerous and difficult jobs, they were paid less and segregated in housing, work crews, and union representation. In Appalachia, black miners migrated north and east to fuel the booming steel industry. They settled in Kentucky, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Ohio, where their labor was vital to America's growth. Black miners, like their white counterparts, faced frequent cave-ins, gas explosions, and health issues like black lung disease. Black miners were often given the dirtiest, most dangerous jobs: blasting coal, hauling heavy loads, and working unstable seams that others refused. Even so, compared to life in the fields, mining offered opportunity, a paycheck, a home in a company town, and the chance to build a community. Miners lived in company-owned towns, where housing, stores, and schools were segregated. Racial discrimination permeated daily life, despite the shared hardships of mining. Coal companies built towns around the mines. Families lived in company housing, bought groceries at the company store, and were often paid in company scrip, a kind of token money that kept workers tied to the town. In many places, black and white families lived in segregated neighborhoods, sent their children to separate schools, and worshiped in separate churches. Still, black miners and their families made these towns their home. They built schools, churches, and social clubs. They organized baseball teams, music halls, and community events. Even under segregation, they created spaces of dignity, resilience, and culture. Black miners contributed to the rich musical traditions of Appalachia. influencing the development of blues, gospel, and even country music. Spirituals and work songs were passed down through generations, blending African American traditions with Appalachian culture. The work itself was deadly. Cave-ins, explosions, and black lung disease claimed thousands of lives. To survive, miners had to fight together. Mining was dangerous for all workers, and unity was a key to demanding better conditions. Black miners became crucial to union struggles, particularly in the United Mine Workers of America. Black miners played a critical role in the labor movement, joining unions like the United Mine Workers of America. Though racism was real, even within the unions, moments of solidarity emerged. In strikes from Alabama to West Virginia, black and white miners sometimes stood side by side, demanding fair pay, shorter hours, and safer mines. These struggles showed something powerful, that unity in the mines could challenge not just dangerous working conditions, but also the racial barriers that divided communities. Black miners played a key role in strikes and labor uprisings, including the Battle of Blair Mountain, one of the largest labor uprisings in U.S. history. By the mid-20th century, mechanization and the decline of coal as a dominant energy source led to mass layoffs. Coal companies began to cut mining jobs, and black miners were often the first to be pushed out. Even as coal's dominance faded, the legacy of black miners endured. Their work laid the foundation for strong communities across the coal fields. The fight for dignity in the mines became part of the larger struggle for civil rights in America. The history of black coal miners in the United States is a story of perseverance and survival. They labored in the darkness to bring light to the nation. And though their names are rarely remembered, their strength and determination remain a vital part of America's story. Today, coal towns across Alabama, Kentucky, and West Virginia still carry the imprint of black miners. Their labor not only kept the lights on, but also helped shape the civil rights movement, proving that struggle for dignity at work is inseparable from the fight for equal and fair treatment in society. In the 1990s, the term Appalachian was formed. It blends African and Appalachian to highlight the often overlooked presence and contributions of black people in Appalachia. Black families have always lived in Appalachia for generations and still do so today, and they proudly wear that term, Appalachian, to signify that they are descendants of the black coal miners that helped form this nation. Until next time, if you like and enjoy little-known history facts as I do, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Press the bell to be notified of future uploads. Thank you for watching.